Dear students, a noble thought from Atharva Ved, Nirundhano Amati. मतलब knowledge keeps us away from negative thoughts. Okay, so let us begin with a noble thought. Today is Mohini Ekadashi. I have to tell you two things. The first is that we are starting practice of Coulomb's law problems, but many students are sending me feedback, theory writing, and they have joined Rushi Academy. If you have not joined yet, please send me text message on my mobile number 9825245816, because follow-up is also important. Okay. Next is tomorrow I will be giving a motivational speech to students who have just appeared in 10th standard, and I am planning to start 11th for them. So you can tell your friends to subscribe our YouTube channel and to join Rushi Academy. Okay. So today we will solve some practice problems on Coulomb's law. Okay. First is find force between 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb and 3 into 10 raised to minus 7 coulomb 30 centimeter apart. K is given. See, from value of K we can assume that they are either in air or in vacuum. So the figure, it is like this: Q1, okay, Q2, the distance is given R. Moreover, they are light charges, so they will repel. Okay, this can be written as F12, this can be written as F21. Force on 2 by 1, they will repel. Okay, so first of all, let us find value, magnitude. So that is K, Q1, Q2 upon R square. K is 9 into 10 raised to 9. Q1 is 2 into 10 raised to minus 7. Q2 is given as 3 into 10 raised to minus 7. Okay, divided by distance is 30 centimeter. See, R equals to 30 centimeter, but we have to write in meter, so 0.3 meter. Okay, so here 0.3 square. The unit will be Newton. Okay, that will be 9 into 6 upon this will be 9 into 10 raised to minus 2. Okay, into 10 raised to 9 minus 7 Newton, and that will be repulsion. Okay, because light charge is always repel. So this 9 cancel. 6 into 10 raised to 9 minus 14, that is minus 5 plus 2, that is minus 3 Newton repulsion. Okay, please calculate by yourself also. Okay, because here on board it may be difficult sometimes. Now second is this one. Force on 0.4 microcoulomb by minus 0.8 microcoulomb is 0.2 Newton. We have to find out the distance. Now here they are unlike charges, okay, Q1 and Q2, unlike charges. So they will attract each other, F12 and F21. The distance we have to find out, okay. So Q1 equals to 0.4 microcoulomb, can be written as 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. Q2 is minus point, but here we don't consider sign because we have already considered when we say that it is attraction. Okay, so 0.8 microcoulomb, it is 0.8 into 10 raised to minus 6 coulomb. Okay, and they have not given either epsilon naught or K, so we can consider K as 9 into 10 raised to 9 Newton into meter square per Coulomb square. Okay, so from unit of K can be derived from this also. F equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. So we can say K equals to Newton meters upon Coulomb square. They have not given, generally they give us. Okay, so now putting the weight, therefore R square equals to K Q1 Q2 upon F equals to, what is K? 9 into 10 raised to 9. Q1 is 0.4 into 10 raised to minus 6. Q2 is 0.8 into 10 raised to minus 6. Divided by F. F is 0.2 they have given. Okay. So now see, this division will give us 2 into 1.8, that is 1.6, okay, into 10 raised to 9 minus 12, that is minus 3. This multiplication will be 14.4 into 10 raised to minus 3. We can write as 144 into 10 raised to minus 4. But this is r square, okay. So if we make square root of it, r will be equal to 12 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter, that is 0.12 meter, or say 12 centimeter. Okay. See, this calculation actually you should do. Okay. All the time I won't solve all the problems on board because it takes time. Okay. I'm here to explain you the concepts. Okay. Calculations you have to do by yourself. But here the answer is 0.12 meter or 12 centimeter. The extended question is this, that if second charge offers 0.2 Newton force on first charge, what will be force on second charge by first charge? So obviously we know that F21 equals to minus of F12. Okay, so same force 0.2 Newton will be also applied by charge 1 on charge 2, and that will be again attraction. Why attraction? Because here one is positive, other is negative. In earlier example, both were positive, so it was repulsion. For like charges, it is repulsion. For unlike charges, it is attraction. Okay. Now, finally, the third is this. We have to prove that this is dimensionless. G K E square upon G M E M P. We have to prove it dimensionless. That we can prove by two ways. The first is this. See, just divide by distance square. K square by R square upon G M E M P upon R square. Now this is actually electric force between electron and proton, and this is gravitational force between electron and proton. So it will be dimensionless. Its ratio is dimensionless. This is one method. But if they ask us to prove it by putting the dimensional formulae, then we have to first of all derive for K. Okay, F equals to K Q1 Q2 upon R square. From that, K will be equal to FR square upon Q1 Q2. So F is, therefore dimension formula of K, F is M1 L1 T minus 2 into R square is L square divided by charge square, ampere square. Therefore K will be equal to M1 L3 T minus 4. Okay, A minus 2. Similarly, from F gravitational, we can say G M M1 M2 upon R square. We can have G equals to F gravitational R square upon M1 M2. So F gravitational M1 L1 T minus 2, R square is L square, and upon mass square. So M raised to 1 minus 2, that is M raised to minus 1, L3 T minus 2. But you should keep this in mind, okay, directly. So now this is second method, okay. We are putting the df of all the quantities and proving it, okay. So K E square upon G M E M P equals to K is M1 L3 T minus 4 A minus 2 into E square is ampere square times square divided by capital G is M minus 1 L3 T minus 2 and mass square is M square. So finally it will be M raised to 1 minus minus 1 minus 2 L raised to 3 minus 3 T raised to minus 4 plus 2 minus minus 2 minus 4 plus 2 minus minus 2 and A raised to minus 2 plus 2. So it is M raised to 0, L raised to 0, T raised to 0, A raised to 0. So it is dimensionless because it is a ratio of two forces. Okay. Now they have asked us to find its value. Now see, for finding value they should have given us K or epsilon naught. They have not given. Okay. So we can take any value, either K as 9 into 10 raised to 9 or epsilon, value of epsilon naught. Okay, in textbook they have considered epsilon naught. So according to epsilon naught, we can calculate like this: value of this Ke square upon GMEMP equals to, now see, putting K as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught according to textbook, okay, into E square upon GMEMP. So E square is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 square divided by 4 into 3.14 into epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. G is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. ME is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. MP is 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27. So if you put all the values, you will get nearly equal to 2.39 into 10 raised to 39. As it is a ratio of forces, it is unitless. Okay, but you have to calculate it at your place. I will be calculating it here tomorrow. Bye.